is a big episode for us.
No, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we've never had you're a politician now. How does that feel?
Self-proclaimed politician, yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't call myself a politician. I'm a Rome, Georgia boy.
There you go. And running for Congress. Beau, why? Whatever would possess you to run for Congress?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's just a personal conviction.
Mm-hmm.
I've been involved with keeping up with politics my entire life. I was a staunch supporter of Trump in 2016, which he won, and then came out of nowhere. I've supported him in 2022, 2024, obviously. I've paid attention to politics, heavy into Fox News growing up with Dad, listening to Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, or Hannity and Combs back then. And, a lot of fond memories of my dad yelling at the TV and yelling at the radio and, the Rush Limbaugh lunch hour.
Yeah.
So, just follow politics. I'm sure like everyone that's going to listen to this, life's busy, Yeah. I'm raising kids. I'm working. I'm trying to earn a living, take care of my family. So I haven't been involved locally or active, I just haven't had the time. But you can point to a lot of things that have happened in the last year, whether it be the government shutdown, the Democrats' government shutdown, Charlie Kirk's assassination. That really that was a tough day for me.
Yeah.
And obviously, who knew that Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to resign?
Yeah.
So that happened, and me and my wife had conversations about local politics and running for local, actually state representation.
Yeah.
So that was kind of in the ether, but you don't get I think this is going to be so what's going to happen is a special election is going to happen. She resigns on January 5th. It's her last day.
Right.
And so when that happens, the governor's he has like 10 days to tell Brad Raffensperger to schedule a special election. And so they're thinking it's going to happen in March of 2026. So that gives me about a 4-month window to get my name out there. Yes, it's going to be short, but here's the thing. I think that it plays to, it's a unique situation where someone like me who is your neighbor, your friend, a guy that's grew up around here, someone from the sticks, a guy that doesn't come from money, someone that is just throwing their hat in the ring. It's going to give me a chance to do that and see where the tides go. I mean, it starts out as a pebble, but I've gotten tremendous feedback just from announcing on Facebook.
Yeah.
Calls from different states. It's wild, dude. Yeah, it's wild. I attribute a lot of it to the Lord. I pray about these things, and ultimately it's His will if any of this happens. And I really think that I'm just pursuing my convictions, man. I just want to be a part of it at this time. Like I said, I've been raising kids, and you just get to a point where, am I going to sit it out? And I felt like, why not me? I asked that question. Like, I know I probably have a 0% chance. I mean, besides the people that like me and know me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I need to get people that don't know me to know me. And I think that's why I literally had divine intervention, was like, text Danny Burnham.
Bro, I was texting, we were talking about this before we went on air. I was texting you. I was like, hey, Beau's running for Congress. Let's get him on the show. Bing. Hey, let's get on. Oh, okay, cool. Worked out. It was fantastic. Just great stuff.
Yeah. When you messaged me back, I was like, it just blew me away, because
looking at my phone.
Were like, I was texting you. It's like,
yeah,
we got to do it,
Yeah.
So yeah, we can talk about. Let's chat about.
Well, let's back up a little bit first.
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned your dad. You mentioned your upbringing. And I will just say, I've said a lot of things on this podcast. None of them have ever been a lie. Like, my listeners are my listeners, and I'm not yanking you guys around for the sake of keeping you for one more episode. Tim and Candy Brown are two of the most phenomenal human beings that have ever walked the face of the earth. and I say that, and that's a real legitimate thing. Anybody that knows them will agree, and anybody that says otherwise is a liar. But they're also not rich people.
Right.
They didn't dump $1 million on you when you turned 18. You didn't have a huge trust fund.
Yeah, no, man.
Your dad works with his hands and always has, you know.
So my dad turned 69 in August, and he's still working. He's still pouring concrete.
Yeah.
Still out there in the daily grind. Which that is his prerogative, man. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He has no stop button. There's no pause. He's just going.
My dad he's about to turn 72, and he still works every day. But they're just, that generation of guys are just built that way.
Oh yeah,
they're just getting after
They're
it.
built different. The hands are bigger. The grip's stronger. It's a special thing.
So was this a thing? You've always been around politics and had it in your ear, like you were talking about. Was this something that was a thought you ever had before it ever became possibly like something that was real, something you could do?
Yeah, I think the good thing about it is, something that's special about the framing of the Constitution. In Article 1, Section 2, Clause 2, it says there's only 3 things to qualify for Congress. Mm-hmm. You have to be of age, which is 25 years old. You have to live in the country for at least 7 years. And then you have to live in your state and in your district. So
easy enough.
Yeah, man. You look at that, and they framed it that way intentionally. So anyone, rich, poor, tall, big, short, different, whatever, had the ability to run and represent and earn the trust and confidence of their district, and that's really what. I'm an Americana guy. Like I was in the restroom back there before we started and saw the oil cans, from the early, 50s and 40s. I love all that stuff. I love American Pickers. I watched every episode. Like I'm just Americana, man. And I really am passionate about America first. I think, America first and really Northwest Georgia. Yeah. Like you're going to elect me, but I'm not going there to, it's Northwest Georgia and America first.
Yeah.
That's kind of my slogan, and my motto, or what my mantra is. Cause, the people that are going to elect me, I'm going to be accountable to.
Yeah.
And, I keep saying, people are, I don't want Trump's endorsement. I don't need Marjorie Taylor Greene's endorsement. My endorsement, I want the constituents' endorsement. That is what I'm after. I don't want to be a public figure. I want to be a public servant. Yeah. And I think, like I said, it's unique, special election to someone like me, basically, I mean, in a sense, I'm living the American dream, but it has been eroded with the policies in Washington, and it's tough, man. It's tough for people out there. Yeah. It's tough for me, It's like
yeah.
So
when you're not in that 1%, and you don't have enough money that you don't have to worry about the price of gas,
right?
Then you can look at this and go, well, this is affecting me too.
Yeah, it affects everybody, and really, just my convictions rely on having 2 small children and the future that they're going to have.
Yeah,
I really want to play a part in that and have a voice, and I think really, money will come. I feel like funding will come for this. We have started a donate page, or actually, I have a website. It's beaubrownforcongress.com.
There you go.
If you want to donate, just go to that page. There's a donate button. There's a donate page, or you can just go to beaubrownforcongress.com/donate. I think we have like $400 right now.
Let's go. I'd buy a couple yard signs. We're off and running.
That's literally what the money will be used for. Will be for straight yard sign marketing, because I think 2 things: social media marketing, social media, yard signs, and me just being everywhere, shaking hands, telling people what I'm about.
Yeah,
that's what's going to get me even remotely close to being in the arena. So man, no, it's just, dude, anybody can do it, and I just felt led to do it, and I don't know, man, I'm just praying about it.
So you've talked a lot about, you're from Rome, Northwest Georgia. That's who you're going to represent. Should we elect you to Congress?
I'll be happy to share. My backstory.
Well, I was going to point out, you're a little different than the last, and this is not Beau Brown saying this. You're a little different than the last candidate we had who moved here to run for that spot.
Right.
And but you've been here. I know that. I know for a fact because I met you when you were, I don't know, 11.
I'm about to say, this is not the first time I've been on camera with Danny Burnham.
Yeah. You were in a famous movie with us one time. But you, what were you? You must have been 10, 11. I was probably 22, 23 at the time.
Dang.
And so like I've known you, and you went to Dykes Creek Baptist Church, and anybody that wants to can Google that and see right where it's at. And
Still there actually.
yeah, you really had to move across the street. But yeah, it's but you lived, around the corner from that, and you have your entire life. So you're a 14th district guy.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was on Twitter the other day, and someone said something about another candidate from out of district coming here, and I was like, "That's not happening."
Yeah.
I'm not letting it happen if I can do it.
Right.
We're not going to have another out of district candidate come over and take over and run, and be our voice in Washington.
Right.
Yeah, about me, man. Born at Floyd Hospital, born and raised in Rome. Both of my parents they just recently celebrated 48 years of marriage.
Wow.
So I've been blessed with having my family together and having my parents together. I grew up through a time where divorce became a big, kind of was like the 90s and early 2000s. That was happening a lot. And I mean, if you look at the statistics nationally, I mean, it really pans out about 50-50. You're still going to have a good shot at staying married.
Right.
But no, my mom and dad are still married. And, I guess it's happy wife, happy life, or my mom just learned her place. I don't know. But yeah, so I have a younger brother, Brandon Brown. He's a successful lead at a large paper mill in Rome.
Oh, okay.
Some people may know of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
they will now. They'll look it up. Where's that place?
Yeah, they hire. I think they have about 500 employees. He's doing a great job out there for them. But yeah, no, grew up on Kennard Road off Kingston Highway, product of the Floyd County school system. Went to Johnson, teach, I wouldn't say teacher's pet, but listen, I was so scared of my dad. I would have been anybody's pet. When your dad tells you, if I get a call, it'll be the last call. You pay attention in class.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard knocks, old school raising,
Yeah.
From a godly man. But, Rome, Model Middle School, Model High School, class of 06, go Devils.
Yeah.
That was an ancient time, though. I
Like
think we're coming up on
long
20.
time ago.
Yeah, we're coming up on 20 years.
Wow, is it really?
It's wild.
'Cause I know that your senior year, that's the first year I coached football there.
Yeah.
20 years.
20. Wow. Yeah, 20 and let's see, 06. So next year, next May will be 20 years.
That's insane.
Getting
old, Bo.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too. But obviously did all the, growing up, competed in sports as much as I could. I loved, the major three, baseball, basketball, football. So a lot of people who may watch this, that's kind of how they're going to remember me. Like we competed against each other in Rome and Floyd County and surrounding, and actually in the district, against Adairsville, Cedartown, Chattooga.
Yeah.
So they're going to recognize me at some capacity, from high school sports at least. Love competing. And then let's see. Yeah, I went to Shorter College as a freshman. I didn't know what I was going to do. Dude, listen, my parents didn't even graduate from high school.
Yeah.
My dad's a successful business owner. He's a small business owner.
Yeah.
He's been pouring concrete he's a foundation contractor, but I say pouring concrete.
He pours concrete.
Yeah, he pours concrete. He's been doing that for 40 years, I guess. His entire life. It's all he knows how to do. And my mother, she also, I think she is now, or she just retired actually. But she served Rome and Somerville and Cartersville as a licensed dispensing optician.
Oh, okay.
So even though they didn't graduate from high school, both of my parents went on to succeed in life, with that hard work and American spirit. And that's kind of what drives me, man. Like, I got it from them, and it's just innate inside me. Let's see. After Shorter College, I was there for a year. Didn't know what I was going to do. Went to Highlands. Still didn't know what I was going to do, but I had more friends at Highlands. Had more people at
just go to school with your buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just hit your buddy up. Go to school with your buddy. So I finished out my associates at Georgia Highlands College. Didn't know what I was going to do. Still, it was a general studies degree. It was like the shortest benchmark.
You're right.
Shortest hurdle to take. And then I ended up taking a year off from college. I was just kind of like in no man's land. And, I think I attributed that to one being a first time college generation, going to school for the first time.
There was no blueprint for you.
Yeah, I had no blueprint. Didn't meet with the counselor like I should. But yeah, there's no blueprint, man. I was just wait, wherever the wind blew me in the best direction that I thought I went.
Yeah.
So I took a year off and worked, and I had a good friend, really good friend. Well, one of my best friends, Sam Ingram. He was at UGA, and he's just, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, man?
I love Sam. I hope Sam's doing well. I hadn't talked to him in forever.
Sam's doing fantastic, but he's like, what are you doing? And he was the one guy that kept reaching out to me and be like, get to Georgia, get to Athens. Yeah. What are you doing? So I actually applied for like the fall semester and got in as a transfer. Like they accepted me, and I was like, I'm not going. No, wait. Yeah. I didn't go. I was like, I'm not going to go.
Oh,
so I get accepted to Georgia and don't go. So spent another 6 months working. I was at Windshape Retreat.
Yeah.
At, washing dishes.
Yeah.
Just
could have been at UGA. You're washing dishes.
Yeah, could have been at UGA. I'm at Windshape Retreat washing dishes in a chef hat.
No.
So no, and what? I'm just saying, dude. I've worked everywhere.
Yeah,
I got a million stories, but so I'm at finally, I'm like, I'm gonna apply again, and then he's like, get down here, and then of course, his brother was at UGA. Mm-hmm. Other mutual friends were at UGA, and they're like, yeah, dude, come. And so finally, I attributed that to small town mindset. Like
bros, yeah.
Well, I'm just talking about like not going,
Oh yeah.
Because I actually signed a basketball scholarship to play at Reinhardt, right out of college, right out of high school, and dude, Reinhardt was like, it could have been Uganda. Like it could have been
it's 45 minutes away.
It could have been on the other side of the planet. I didn't have the bandwidth to realize. I just didn't have that worldly. I had no like you're playing a video game and there's another location that you got to download to get to.
Right.
I didn't have that, dude. I had Rome, Georgia, and that was it. And yeah, Reinhardt seemed like it was miles away, like a boat ship trip.
Yeah.
That I was never gonna see my mom and dad. I'm a family guy, 100%, and so like I was a bit sheltered growing up.
Yeah.
So like I just had no idea that it was that close. So I go to Reinhardt, and I'm there with my best friend Matt Gore, and he's like, literally, he sees it in my eyes. He's like, you're not staying. He's like, I know you're not staying.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm staying. And he just knows I'm
You're not staying.
He knows I'm lying through my teeth. I'm like, I'm staying, man. I'm like, I don't even think I told him. My parents just showed up and got me and took me back home. So didn't even play a minute of collegiate sports,
man.
But was I'm a decent athlete, but not anymore. I was. Sorry.
You were a pretty good athlete. Yeah.
But so yeah, after Reinhardt, that's when I went to Shorter. Then I went to Highlands. Then I took some time off, and then finally I bit the bullet and went to the University of Georgia. Man, that was the biggest download experience of my life.
Probably culture shock going from a Reinhardt or a Shorter to UGA with 40,000 people or whatever it is. And
yeah, it was culture shock. It was a good thing. I was rooted in my friends. They were there. Like I roommate. I actually lived the first semester with a girl that grew up on Kennard. She went to high school with me. She's like a sister, so like we shared an apartment together because I came in like in December and didn't have anywhere to live.
Hard to find a place. Yeah,
it was real difficult, and her person moved out, so I was able to fit in. So at Georgia, man, just again didn't know what I was gonna do. I'm literally in chemistry class, and I haven't taken chemistry in like 4 years. So I'm like, what is this? What is that? I can't remember the formula, but it made no sense to me. And I tried to wing it as much as I could. I'm like, more you get into chemistry, you realize like you don't want to do chemistry,
Right.
So yeah. I think I've essentially made like a non-passing grade. It was passing, but it wasn't like going to count towards
not enough to transfer.
Yeah, any science degree.
Yeah.
So I was like, again, what am I going to do? And my
Is that
buddy,
what you're majoring in, like some kind of science?
well, I was trying to go pre-med. It's like shoot for the stars, and then you roll down. You land somewhere else. But my buddy Bruce Ingram, he was like, hey man, you should just come to Terry College of Business and apply to the risk management program. And at the time, I didn't know it was number 2 behind the Wharton School of Business. So the program was number 2 in the country
Wow.
for public schools.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, man, go Dogs. So yeah, something happened and they accepted me. I don't, I don't know who reviewed my resume, but they got me in Terry College of Business and just started going to the Terry College of Business and pursuing the risk management degree program. This is I don't want to leave this out. It's kind of weird because I'm talking. I've never been on a podcast, and I'm talking, and I'm thinking like I'm running out of time.
You're not.
I'm
dude.
not.
We got
I'm
201 minutes left.
Yeah. I'm like I'm running out of time, so I'm like trying to like run through everything, and
Relax.
it's in my head. So sorry.
We got all night. All good.
Yeah, we've already lost half the audience.
Maybe say something awesome now. Bring them back.
Yeah. So, anyways,
we'll get to Israel in a minute. You guys just hang
we'll get
tight.
to that. That's the sweet spot. That's the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So at Georgia, man, just worked at Chick-fil-A. That was the first thing I did when I got to Athens. Was like, I need a job.
You gotta get a job. Yeah.
It's like, dude, get a job. You know, I'm riding on Hope Scholarship. I got to pay for bills, and so I went because I worked at WinShape. I used that was owned by Truett Cathy. WinShape's a charity, funded by Truett Cathy, and I think I was able to like get an interview at Barnett Shoals in Athens, and with Matt Kirby. He was the operator at the time. Fantastic man, like wonderful guy. He hires me on. I'm in the kitchen, bro. I'm in the kitchen.
Chef hat back on?
No chef hat this time, but just slinging chicken. Yeah. So yeah, that worked my way through college. Learned my pleasure. That was the first time for that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Got used to saying that, and it really is a pleasure, man. Like Chick-fil-A is one of the best places to eat.
Who was on here talking about Chick-fil-A? Had worked at Chick-fil-A, and nobody I've ever heard that worked at Chick-fil-A was like, man, I hated working there. It just was the best.
Oh,
thing
dude,
ever.
fantastic people. I mean, we had football players working there.
Yeah.
Like back, it was like you're sitting there and you're like, Mark Rick drives through the drive-through and you're like, and then you got a guy that's like practicing on the team. Like it's wild.
Yeah,
it's cool, man, because you get to see the passion in those people and it really rubs off.
Yeah.
And Chick-fil-A just as a whole organization is top notch. It's incredible, and the food's good. That helps.
Can't beat the food, right? And the Christian chicken and
Christian chicken.
Yeah. So, but I guess to say, all that to say, you've been there and done it. You've had the jobs. You've washed the dishes and made the fast food and been to school and not and back to school again. And
yeah, man. So graduate from Georgia. Actually, I want to mention this because I was a part of the Terry Ambassador. So you have to apply as a student to be an ambassador for the College of Business.
Right.
And dude, funny story. And the ladies, Lisa and Miss Walton, they'll attest to this because it was ridiculous. I mean, I was like the guy you don't accept to be a Terry ambassador, just because I was so nervous, dude. I was like, you had to give the speech in the interview process. I'd practiced this speech like 3, 4, 5 hours. I can't even remember, like over and over again. And I was like, I got it in my head. I got it. I know exactly what I got to say. And I get in there and they're like, okay, do your speech. I interviewed well.
Yeah.
But then I do your speech and I get in the speech, dude, and I can't spit out like I can't get past like the first sentence. And I almost break down. I'm like, this is like so embarrassing. And I was like, they're like, okay, thank you for your time. And I walk out. I'm like, this was
There's
a way.
no way.
Like, who knows what I did to even get to the interview, like miss a class or, call out of work. I don't even know. I didn't call it work, but yeah, they call me up and they're like, yeah, we want you to be a part of Terry Ambassadors. And so, yeah, that was a big moment in my life. Cause it's like the first time I actually like was a part of like an organizational, like kind of program thing.
Yeah.
And we just, we went to events, we promoted all things Terry and got to sit in on a really cool thing. So like I sat in with the CFO of Macy's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sat in on a meeting with him. We sat in with Evo Shield before Evo Shield was even a thing.
Yeah.
Which if I was smart, I would have been like, hey,
right.
Here, I'm graduating. Yeah. I had no idea about networking.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. It's like, dude, you tell your kids to network, save phone numbers.
Oh man.
Save names, save phone numbers, because one day you're going to want to have all that. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of like now.
Right. Yeah. Hit all those people up. If everybody just sends Beau $1,
If everybody contributes $1,
don't start that yet. You just got here. I
just
got
got
it.
here.
Give Beau money.
give me money. No, that's the hard thing, because like I don't even want to ask for money, but obviously you know you're going to get
have
far
to.
if you don't ask for money. But I will go ahead and say this. You know, pause break. So people don't know this, but you have to. So there's qualifying fees you have to pay at the state level. So to run for the House and for Senate, the qualifying fee is $5,220.
Wow.
So I am putting up that money out of my pocket, and that's, you know, I hope that kind of translates buy-in for me. This is not just a gig. This is not just a whimsical thing, or you know, he wants attention. There's none of that. No, it's true grit. Like I'm in it to win it, and that money will be going up. So yeah, when you see the donate button, just know like it's going to marketing for my campaign.
Yeah.
Yard signs and potentially social media, but mainly yard signs. I want a yard sign in every yard at Rome, Georgia.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're. I'm gonna win over some Dems, I'm sure.
Yeah. I hope so. And you're gonna have to.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Well, you know, I'm friends with some, but you know, I think I relate, man. I'm a nice guy, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not really hardline political in a sense of like I want to. I've learned like we're all human, dude, and we're all on the same planet, and we're all living in the same county, the same district.
Yeah.
And you know what is portrayed on the news and Twitter, like it's 1% of what really is out there.
Right.
Like there's more common ground than not. And and I don't want someone to not vote for me just because I have an R beside my name.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm a conservative Christian, and you know, I'm a homegrown candidate.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You know,
well, it's, I don't know, people, how's the thing go? It's people that are unreasonable, like a person you can sit and have a conversation with, and you can disagree with them, and they can be your neighbor.
Yeah.
And, you know, your kids can play t-ball together or whatever.
Yeah, not to say that I'm not going to piss some people off.
Sure,
because that's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Some people are going to decide that they don't like you because you have an R next to your name.
100%.
You said you were a Christian, or you believe in, you know, traditional marriage or whatever. Some folks are just going to decide they don't like you.
Yeah, I think Thomas Paine said it best. He said, you know, a man who does not offend cannot be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sooner or later, you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. And, you know, we've done that here before. So it's welcome to the party.
All right.
You're going to hurt feelings, though, on a national scale.
Yeah.
So let's frame this. And you're going to be a little different because you're just not, you don't seem to be as inflammatory as our current representative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She kicked some anthills, and she's gotten swatted and been death threats. And
Oh,
all
dude,
this insanity.
I know, man. I've obviously, you know, I've kept up with Marjorie Taylor Greene over the last 5 years, and you know, she kind of built the machine that she is in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm not connected, and that's another good thing. Like, you know, I don't know anybody in Washington. I don't know any political elites.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I'm verified on X, but don't have anyone follow me. So, you know, I am literally the outsider in this whole situation because, and I think that's what we need. You know, we need a guy from this district. We need somebody that's going to be accountable to this, to Americans that live here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Marjorie, she kind of created that persona that she has. I mean, I think a lot of that was supporting Trump hardline. I think she went hardline just to get favor from Trump, you know?
Yeah.
Like she went hardline, and then look what happened. It didn't pay off because he threw it to the wind, which I'm really not happy about him throwing her to the wind like that, because like how do you treat your most staunch House Republican?
Well, that's what I was telling Tango even before you got here. Marjorie and I actually spoke at the same event one time, right?
Wow.
Back in 2019, there was a Second Amendment rally we had here in Floyd County, and she got up on stage, and you could close your eyes and see Donald Trump with the stuff that was coming out of her mouth. And that's, you know, like, help me get up there so I can help President Trump. And, you know, the whole
I mean, that
9
was a
yards.
lot of her campaign. It was literally, it was like hit repeat.
Yeah.
After Trump
smart.
rally.
It got her elected. Yeah. That's what it was. It was the same.
And
the
I
same
think,
talking point.
I think Marjorie served her purpose for this district and in the time that it was, you know, 2020 to now. Like Trump needed someone like her. We didn't have anybody on the state, like in Congress, that gave it back to the left,
Right.
as much as the left gave it to the right, about just the ridiculousness of it
Right.
all. And I think that's what fostered her presence of being so kind of outlandish, and bombastic. And that's not what I am.
I was going to say, do you think people have kind of gotten to the end of that?
Yeah, I think we're here as a country right now. I think we're at the end of both hardline segments of the left and the right. Because otherwise, the gridlock is not going to get anything accomplished in Washington. Yeah. We're going to need to get back to just honest, honesty and sensibility. And but that doesn't go without saying, like, working my tail off for this district.
Yeah.
So, she served her purpose. She's on her way out, and I don't know anything about anything. I'm not asking for her endorsement. If she wants to endorse me, that'd be great. Yeah. Because I'm sure that comes with, other things.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, it helps
well,
to
she's
get
got
any
people
endorsement.
that love her and would vote for her again.
Exactly. I mean, that's probably a lot of this district. I mean, you had in 2020, you had 85% going red for her. 2022, no. Well, the most recent election was like 65%. Yeah. So it's went down. I mean, Sean Harris is the Democrat kind of leading candidate. So she's, like I said, she served her time and her purpose, and I think it's time to elect some. My wife was kind of nervous. She's like, it's Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat, and I'm like, hey, I'm learning this, but name who are the other 13 congressmen from Georgia? Yeah. She's like, I don't know. I'm like, exactly. Like, not everybody's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Right. Like, not everybody.
Who was before Marjorie? I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, it's who was before Marjorie. So I'm not going to be Marjorie Taylor Greene. Right. But, like I said, I don't want the, I don't want my name on Fox News. I don't want, all that'll come because it has to. I mean, you gotta be there and you gotta talk. But I'm deep rooted here, man. I'm deep rooted here, and that's who I am. It's going to be 100%. 100% working for my district and the American people and being accountable to those that live here. Yeah.
So,
if you don't mind, can we dig into some issues?
Yeah, we can dig.
We won't get super far because go ahead.
I was going to say I respect that because. Jim Tully is running, who was her senior advisor. Mm-hmm. So that means it's kind of another carbon clone of MTG.
Yeah, you ain't getting her endorsement.
Yeah. I don't want another MTG clone. I want somebody who cares about Northwest Georgia and so forth. That's been you. You've pushed that. These other cats from the edge of Kennesaw don't know anything about District 14. No.
Exactly.
Yeah. But let's dive back in on Danny. I just wanted to throw that out there.
And just to be clear, I'm not going to be I'm not a carbon copy of Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, she wasn't from this district. That's kind of funny how that even happened. I mean, with enough money, I guess you can just move districts.
You can just change. And
that's the problem, though. That's the problem with politics, and that's the problem with, I guess the election that happened. So that's why I think we just need more. We need. If it's not me, we need somebody from this district. Yeah, representing us. Yeah, like hard line. Yeah. It has to be somebody from this district. I think with, day by day that I'm going to earn this district's trust and confidence. And, I think one of my biggest attributes is listening. Yeah. I've been doing that for, a good, I need to share some more about, what I've done for 10 years or, once I finally found my way after college. Right. We'll get right to the, to the issues, but, man, just, came out of college during a tough time, recession, and didn't pursue anything. I did all the interviews at Georgia, but I wanted to go back home. And I came back home to Rome in 2012 and went straight to work at Red Lobster. Yeah. You got a degree. You got a degree from Georgia. I mean, you got a degree from Georgia in there, busting tables at Red Lobster. Yeah. No, I'd got interviewed. I'd accepted a position with Country Financial to do personal line sales of insurance and retirement products, but I had to get licensed first. So I'm like, great. I need to be able to study for like a majority of the day, and then go to work. So like serving was like the only thing that made sense.
Yeah.
And it worked out great because it served its purpose. But yeah, it's tough to walk around busting tables with a degree from Georgia and that student loan rolling in.
Right.
But I'll hit on the topic that comes full circle to like a lot of my generation and what's the generation behind me that's coming up. I mean, college isn't what it used to be. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not the golden ticket. It's not the golden goose. It's not the cash cow. So if you're going to college right now, just know that there's way more. Yeah, stop it. Go do something else. Jump on your family business or your friend's family business. But there's gonna there's the jobs are not there. They're promised these jobs that aren't there, and then AI's coming in. A lot of these jobs are going to be phased out. So just know that you're going to graduating from college is not it's not the end. It's not like it's the beginning of like working hard as you've ever worked in your life.
Yeah.
And people find their way after college anyway, just like I did.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, AI is going to replace so many jobs that require a degree, but I don't think AI is ever going to. Was there a bug?
There was like a web.
Yeah. AI is not going to replace plumbers and electricians.
100%.
People who pour concrete.
That's my thing. I think we need to hardline go back towards, trades, crafts, stuff that built this country.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know what we were talking about before.
That was about it. You were talking about college and.
Yeah. Long story short, I went, like anybody else, I was sold the college degree.
You were working at Red Lobster with your shiny new college degree.
I was sold, going through high school, you're sold, hey, go to college. Don't do college. Don't do tech prep.
Man.
Don't do tech prep. Do college prep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I, at that time I did want to play sports in college, but so I went college prep and I probably, it's kind of funny. It's like you relate to other people. Like we all were probably doing the same thing. Like nobody knew what we wanted to do.
Right.
And we've all ended up where we're at. So
yeah.
I think there's some divine intervention in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, graduated from Georgia, came back home, got, worked in sales, didn't like it. It's stressful.
Sales is awful.
It's stressful
My dad's
because
always done it.
I mean, be 23 trying to sell a life insurance policy to a 50-year-old is like, it wasn't translating at the time.
Right. You could not relate to that guy.
I could not relate to him. So, it was tough, man. I was like, what am I doing? I got to get out of this. And so, transitioned. I had other odd end jobs. Like I've sold steel in Rome at Coosa Steel. I was an inside sales rep for them. Sold steel. I've worked at pharmacies. Like I said, bust tables, poured concrete, day labor for HVAC technician in an attic. It's 100-something degrees.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've worked all the jobs, like we all do to find our way. And, found an Indeed ad. I was like, man, I just got to make more money. Like, what's out there?
Anything at all.
What's out there? And then luckily, like, saw this Indeed ad where it's like this ad for, it was called Loss Control at the time. I'm like, I was at Georgia for forever. I didn't hear anything about loss control. Like what? Like we talked about all the coverages and and policies, but Dex pages, but nothing about loss control. Yeah. I was like, okay, I can work from home, and they're going to give me a company car, and I'm going to make more money than I've ever made. At that time it was like,
sign me up.
At that time it was like $40,000. I was like, dude, I'm rich. I'm like, dude, I'm rich. Yeah. So yeah, got the job and began what has turned into almost a 12-year career in loss control and risk management. So it's actually in risk management, risk solutions engineering services. Okay. So basically,
you do this you sell real estate too, right?
I did, yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm yanking the rug out.
I don't want to break out my resume, but
break out your resume, man. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. So I mean, my license, So 2017, I'll tell you the story. I'm working in loss control, but I worked for a vendor at the time. So what that means is we just worked for a lot of other carriers. So carriers would hire us to go do their work. So I worked for a lot. Our company was hired by multiple carriers. So I was doing different jobs for different carriers. And, I was making okay, but, I'm meeting the love of my life and got to buy a house and
Yeah.
settle down.
Changes things.
Yeah, you're like, man, I need more money. The math ain't math.
40 grand's not rich anymore.
The math ain't mathing, at this level. So you're like, what can I do? And I had a mentor of mine. He was like, hey, I'm doing this real estate class at Garden Lakes Realty out in West Rome, and I was like, okay, yeah, how much is it? And he's like, it was like a couple $100 to do it, but. Then, this is like before online. So like you had to go sit in class for 3.5 hours, like twice a week or something. I can't remember. It was either twice a week for 4 weeks or something like that. And we're in there like with it, Steve Miller, God rest his soul. He was an incredible man. He served this county and he served this area very well. He was a very successful real estate broker. And he was the broker at the time at Garden Lakes Realty. And he was a great teacher, man. It was enjoyable. Like it wasn't torture for me because I was like, okay,
I'm thinking how mind numbing that must be, but you're saying it was cool, so we'll go.
Yeah. It's like you learned something. You learn about real estate and what it's the theory and all that, and it's you got to take the test and no, my buddy invited me. We go to class. I get licensed, and so in 2017 I started a real estate basically side hustle.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean I've been doing loss control since 2014.
Okay.
Working from home, traveling the Southeast. Because I worked from home, it allowed me to kind of like do the other, to like supplement my income.
Yeah.
And real estate's it's a dog eat dog world as well. So I mean, I cut my teeth in real estate in Rome. And it wasn't so great. When I started, and then there was, God blessed me, man. I started getting referrals. I started getting, people, I guess it was during it kind of helped everybody. But after the pandemic, everybody that was in real estate was doing well, right? People were selling houses.
Everybody just had money all of a sudden.
Yeah. So, I was at the right place at the right time and, sold. Had a really big year. Sold it, I was in double digits of houses. So, if the statistics may have changed, but at the time it was like if you sold 4 or more houses, you were full time. Yeah. So like most people couldn't even sell 4.
Dude, I saw a statistic not long ago that said I don't remember if it's 23 or 24. I think it was 24. 70% of what they call active realtors sold 0 properties.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's like the 80-20 rule. 20% of the people do 80% of the work.
Right.
And not to knock anybody, but you really, I mean, real estate will teach you a lot about yourself because you gotta, I think this kind of helped me now. I mean, you just gotta
rejected 90% of the time. I mean,
yes,
we don't want that one.
How many no's lead to a yes?
Yeah.
How many no's can you take until you get that yes? Yeah. And, but God bless me, man. Like I just had people calling me referrals and then, it just turned, snowballed into, I was doing it on the side and I was doing full-time stuff. So, sold, I can't remember. It was double digits one year and, was winning awards. I worked at Garden Lakes and then, I went to because I was like, man, why do I need a broker? I'm doing it all on my own. Right. I don't need to give them 30% or 35% of the one sale I get this quarter.
Yeah, right.
It's like, so I went to like a internet broker. And so like, basically you just pay a fee. And so they don't get 30%. They get like whatever, $400 or $500 per commission check. And that was way better because I was able to take more home. And I'm a big proponent of that. I want you to take more of your home money home. Yeah. Like we work too hard and we're to be given so much money to the federal government.
Right.
And, I mean, that leads, so I'm a big proponent of what Trump's talking about with the tariffs. I mean, for all the negative it is, I mean, if he can get rid of federal income tax, I think America's going to, at the end of the day, you got more of your check in your pocket. You're going to be happier. You're going to be able to invest in yourself and you're going to be able to, it's going to stimulate the economy because we're going to be spending more. I mean, dude, we just went through Black Friday and Cyber Monday is today. Wait, is today Monday?
Yeah, today's Monday. Yeah.
So Cyber Mondays. I got to go buy some.
It's been a busy week, huh?
And my wife's been yelling at me. She's like, "Go buy some built stuff. You don't buy clothes for yourself." And I'm like, So I better do that before
gotta,
midnight.
You got to get a suit and
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, I'm a big proponent of less government, and especially less government when it comes to taxes.
Yeah.
And that stems from, I think I wrote this in my release. I don't come from money, and I live paycheck to paycheck like the rest. Hey, I don't know what the statistic is, but I'm assuming
it's a lot of people.
in this district, it's a lot. It's 80, 90+%. We live paycheck to paycheck. So, I think if Americans are going to have to look at their pay stub and see and track where all the money's going, then Washington has to start doing the same thing.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. I don't know why somebody didn't already think of that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think it would be common sense, but
yeah.
No, I mean, I think we need someone serious up there that's going to be accountable for that. You know, like no more government waste. Like not in the sense of the obligatory, government waste term and all that. Like truly, like financial stewardship.
Yeah,
and a big proponent of my platform is America First, and like I said, Northwest Georgia First. Like if we're going to be paying, like if the government is going to have this funding, it needs to be reprioritized for the American citizen and the American taxpayer first and foremost. Like before we send money out of the country, things at home need to be taken care of.
Yeah,
and that's a big part of what I plan on doing the entire time I'm there. Should I be elected. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I was at the hair salon, Sport Clips in Rome. And I was like, yeah, I want you to take more of your money home. And they're like, oh, sign me up.
I'll vote for you.
Yeah. So
that's just that fixes so many problems. And as long as people are responsible with their own money, more money fixes problems.
More money. I mean, and the interesting thing is, Ron DeSantis is as a proponent for getting rid of state tax.
Yeah.
And so I think, there may be some, a bridge that can be drawn with Kemp and Georgia. Like, why not? Yeah. Why not Georgia? You have Tennessee.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Tennessee
pay taxes.
Yeah.
Alabama, Georgia does.
Alabama doesn't either.
I don't think they do.
No, I think you're right. I think they don't. Yeah. I know Tennessee doesn't have a state income tax.
Yeah, and so Georgia, I think we need to lead the way. Like we need to catch up, not lead the way.
Yeah.
I think if Florida's going that way, we need to be the next ones because, I mean, really, you can look at the country. The bastion of freedom is center, right, southeast.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it.
Like you get to the edges and up north, like the corner of the country.
Yeah.
That's where that's the blue. I mean, you're talking about flyover America, center, Texas to the East Coast, southeast coast. That's the bastion of freedom. That's the true-blooded red-blooded Americans that are, keeping the faithful Americans keeping this thing going. So, I want people to keep their money, man, and you can trust me. I don't come from money. You can ask my wife. I literally, I'm like, what did you buy? How much was it? How much was that? I want to know. But
that's the conversation we all have at the dinner table.
You have that conversation.
Do we really need that? Can we afford it? Can we, are we going on vacation this year? Probably not,
Exactly.
But you're having the same conversation.
Yeah, I'm having the same conversation. And it matters to me, man. Like I said, I'm in this for public service.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I have a full-time job right now. Still in risk management consulting. So just to elaborate on that, because I'll talk about what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But to elaborate on my career, so I work from home. But working from home, they call us windshield warriors. You have a company car, but I travel. So I spent a fair amount of time in my first job. Traveling Northwest Georgia. Mm-hmm. So from here to Haralson County, Carrollton, Bremen, Tallapoosa, all the way to Trenton, Whitfield, Murray, Walker County. All the basically every county in this district I've spent time in, and people are going to recognize me when they see me, when I get some traction, when exposure happens. Like business owners are going to notice me because I've probably been in over 3,000 businesses in the Northwest.
Yeah.
And this is not just hopping in, hopping out. I mean, I'm having conversations with owners,
right,
and with executives on risk management and solutions, providing for their business. So what, it's kind of convoluted because there's like a going joke, like nobody really knows what I do. I mean, you're just now finding out.
I'm about to ask you what risk management is.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really knows what I do. It's kind of very niche, very rewarding career if you're thinking about it, if you're young. Yeah, because you make your own schedule, you work from home, and if you get, you work in it long enough, doors start to open and things start taking off for you, and you land with a good company. So, get out of vendor services, get in with a carrier. So I spent time. Let me elaborate on being in Northwest Georgia. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I've driven. I've wore out Highway 75 north.
Oh yeah.
Through Resaca, through Dalton, through Tunnel Hill, Ringgold. Like I've wore that road out the last decade. Highway 27 south.
Yeah.
And Highway 20, man, I spent a lot of time up in Northeast Alabama as well. So people are going to recognize me. I got I think eventually, like, they'll say, yeah, that guy was in my, he was in here.
I remember that guy.
Yeah, I remember that guy. So that's kind of like, the work that I've accomplished. So loss control, I don't want to get, I guess I'll share it. I mean, who's gonna see this? Who's gonna see that?
Maybe a gajillion people. Who knows?
Yeah, we prayed for that. So, this thing go viral and a million people see it. We'll
get
see.
You over the top.
Yeah, man. So, anyways, so I'm a part of NFPA, which is National Fire Protection Association. Mm-hmm. I'm a member of the NFPA organization, and I have I'm CFPA. Certified Fire Protection Specialist certified. And so that's a heavy-weighted certification in this industry that, basically that says, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to sprinkler protection, to fire protection, protecting property,
right,
protecting assets. And that's what I've done over the last decade is protected business owners' assets, shown them things that they may not have known that they may have been doing wrong. Not that they don't know what they're doing, but just like, hey, this look at it this way, and this will help you. But yeah, so like I said, people are going to recognize me eventually, like just from the work I've done.
Yeah.
And still doing. I mean, now, so I spent time in middle market and worked a lot in Atlanta when I had that job. So traveling to Atlanta. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm born and raised in Rome, and I've been all over basically the center northwest of Georgia. Hard work, sweat, tears, long nights, getting it done. And, but now I work for a large, kind of made it in a sense. I work for a large insurance carrier, international insurance carrier doing highly protected risk. So it's called HPR, and I'm just the property specialist for them. So,
okay.
Don't know if I should share that, but it is what it is. It's a constitutional amendment that I can run for public office. So I hope that helps.
Yeah.
But I do have to have a conversation with a lawyer.
Do they know you're running your employer?
Yeah, man, they do.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyways, I cover about 6 states now, so I'm all over.
Oh, wow.
I'm in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, Kentucky, maybe more than 6.
I see you're beating the bushes, huh?
Yeah, I'm traveling. Yeah. I'm traveling a bit, but it's rewarding because my wife working from home is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you still here? Like, can you go somewhere?
Can you find something else to do?
Can you get out of here? Can you when I'm like, hey, you need to keep it quiet. I got a meeting. I got
like you're in a Google meeting and your kids run through with their underwear on their head.
I got a Teams call, please. Like I told you, it's at 9 a.m. Like, can you get them outside?
I do this every Tuesday.
Can you get them outside?
I can relate, man. I working from home too is the same kind of thing. And people think because you work from home that you don't work.
Oh,
like, it must be easy, right? Like, there's your bed and here's your desk and it's this far away. And I still got stuff to do. Like, things have to be accomplished.
Yeah. You got to, like, it's like, we've been over this, you know? But no, so, like, when I get on the road, it's nice to get out and travel, throw a podcast on and just hit the road and spend a night away, in a hotel. I don't like missing my kids.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst part of it is like, dude, I got to see my kids every day. But no, it's not anything where it's like detrimental. No, it's a great work-life balance. And if you're looking to get into, if you're a graduate, you can get in loss control with pretty much any degree. So you might not even have to have a degree to get into like vendor services loss control. Yeah. So if you never heard of that, go check it out. Google it on Indeed. There's probably a job right now that you're qualified for.
All right. I'm not looking, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So anyways.
Yeah. So you're getting around and you're familiar with the district, and I think a lot of folks, we're Rome, right? So we're the biggest town in this district.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us here don't see outside of that.
I want to say something about that too, traveling, being from Rome and traveling all the country back roads, all the main thoroughfares, north, south, east, and west of here. Rome is a special place.
Oh, for sure.
This is one of the top-notch small towns in America.
Yeah.
And bar none. And so when you've seen other places, you realize like how nice we got it in Rome, Georgia.
And I think, I'm a big fan I love Trenton, Georgia. Trenton's a cool little town.
Trenton's cool, man.
It's not Rome.
What is that highway? Is it 50? What is the highway from Menlo to Trenton?
Oh, man.
That is one of the most
It's fantastic.
Beautiful
I've driven
drives.
100 times in a school bus.
It's like 53 or 50. It's like, no, not 53, 57.
57, I think.
Yeah, that is, dude.
57 Tango, he's on it. But
that is one of the nicest
it's beautiful
drives you'll ever take.
Yeah.
From Menlo to Trenton.
Yeah.
And you can do about 85 and not see a cop.
Not in a school bus. You can't.
Not in a school bus.
That's the way I think I've been up there once when I wasn't driving a school bus.
Really?
Yeah. I coached all the sports, and we had to go play Dade County and whatever. So I'm up there cruising through Menlo in the bus.
Just make sure you got gas. But other than that.
But this neck of the woods, our district is just beautiful. But I do think that Rome is kind of the crown jewel of the 14th.
It really is.
I'm a little biased, but it's cool. I like places like Trenton, and Fort Oglethorpe's cool, and Chickamauga, and those are in our district, right? I guess we're all
Chickamauga. Yeah, so there's 12 counties in the district. Chickamauga's in there. So it's like Floyd, Polk, Murray, Walker, Paulding County
yesterday.
Yeah, Walker, Whitfield, Chattooga, and Catoosa. There may be one or two monies. There's 12 of them.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I see 157.
157.
157.
That's the one. Yeah.
157, not 57.
Yeah.
We were close.
I'd know it if I saw it. I can drive there with my eyes closed. I wouldn't advise it because you'll fall off that mountain. But you've been there and done it, and you've seen these places and these people, and you know what the people in Ringgold are up against, and Tunnel Hill, and all these places.
I'll say this everywhere I go. You can't outdo the hospitality of this district.
Yeah,
it's North Georgia people are a special breed, and man, I've lived it my whole life.
Yeah,
that's kind of like I was like really excited because I was like, I just kept hearing "Raised on It," like Sam Hunt, the song "Raised on It," and I was like, dude, that is it, like "Raised on It." But I don't know how much that translates to everybody, but you gotta have fun with this too. I'm not. Yeah. I don't take myself so serious that I can't have fun with like what I'm doing.
You have to.
So like "Raised on It," crank it, let's get it going. I'll throw you'll see Instagram posts with good country songs.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm not just stiff like this and that. Like I'm just like you. I'm a dude. I'm nobody special. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Actually, and it's different for me here, because Marjorie was the first congressional candidate. We knew Phil Gingrey. We would see him around. I say we knew him. We recognized him when we saw him in places. But I've known you.
Oh, dude, yeah.
The majority of your life,
100%.
right? And so it's not like I met Marjorie at the rally we were talking about earlier, and there was still like this. There's a veil, dude. There's a veil, yeah. But you're the guy, you literally live not just down the road from me,
100%.
and I've kind of watched you grow up and made it to where you are now. And you're like, it makes it a real connection.
100%.
So like the guy running for Congress is a real dude.
Yeah.
So whether you're watching this, and people watch this all over the world, but these people that are running for office, whether it's here in the 14th or you're in some different state or some different country, like that's a real person who's putting himself on the line, and sacrificing family time and all these things to try to improve our country.
Yeah, man, a real person. I think the biggest thing that I pride myself on, no matter who you are, like, dude, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to, whatever your background is, like, I'm going to find a way to relate to you and listen to you.
Yeah.
And I love having conversations. Like, I love sparking conversations with people. My wife would say that's just so I can hear myself talk, but that's not the case,
Yeah.
People are hard on me about that, but no, it's not the case.
You've just got to talk a lot right now, because as much as you've been around and you've met people in the district and all these things, you've got to do podcasts and radio and tell people who you are and what you believe and why they should vote for you. And you got to sell yourself, and that's tough.
It's tough because you have to, there's a fine line between, like, you don't want to come off as self-serving,
Bro, I don't want to tell people I have a podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm
but
marketing myself. I hate doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to be, your biggest fan's going to be you,
Yeah.
And like, that's what I've always told my wife. I'm like, I don't care what people say. Like, I'm my biggest fan. Like, I have to live with myself.
Right.
I have to live with Beau Brown in the mirror. And, like, if I feel, if I have a certain feeling about something, like, I live with that. And that's what I go with. Cause at the end of the day, you're going to go to sleep on your own pillow, and you got to wake up with that person in the morning. So, you got to believe in yourself, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, and that's with anything. And
Right.
like, dude, like I said, we were talking about before the podcast, like, I probably have a 0% chance of winning. Like, let's be real. Like,
you got more chance than I do. I'm not running. You know what I mean?
That is true. I do have more chance than the person not running. But when it comes to the political machine, like, who knows who knows who they're going to fund, who knows who they're going to get behind. Like Colton Moore out of Trenton, Georgia. I think he's a state senator. I don't know much about the guy. Like, I don't want to. Here's my thing. Like, I'm not going to disparage anybody.
Yeah.
I think this is a short window of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not focused on anybody else's campaign. I believe there's like 11 other people in.
Is Colton running for sure?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, he's not. So
that's what I heard his name, but I hadn't heard him say, I'm running.
Yeah, he's supposedly, I've seen like one or two things about him mulling it over, which, if you got to mull it over, then why run, dude?
Right.
Yeah, either run or don't, like put your, jump.
Still not disparaging.
That's not disparaging. That's just like, I'm not going to play the political thing of like, I'm mulling it over. Let me run some, I'm
put together an exploratory committee.
Yeah, I don't have that, nor would I want to do, maybe I'm doing this cavalier. Maybe this is like cavalier and whatever, but you know what?
Or maybe this is the way it's supposed to be done, and we've taken this beautiful system that we had and perverted it. And now it's just about who can raise the most money by saying the most inflammatory things.
And who
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the good thing about me. I'm not connected.
Well, that's great. That's good.
Right? I want to, build if you look at, an ant farm, I need like roads and avenues in every community.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like, I just thought of that just now, but I mean,
that was good. That was really good.
I need to connect. And like I said, I want, it's for Rome, Georgia. It's for Northwest Georgia. It's for the common man and my fellow American, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, yeah. So,
and I will say this: like the confidence will be accountability, and just
there you go.
When you vote for me, man, you're gonna know your vote actually matters in this sense.
Yeah,
I know people say my vote doesn't matter. If you vote for Beau Brown, your vote will matter.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're selling ourselves. That's awesome. So how are you good? You've got a full-time job.
Yeah.
And you got your side. Are you still doing the side hustle?
So no.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I didn't feel this in, but
you don't have
dude,
to.
so many things have happened in like the last 3 years in my life. God has blessed me. I went from barely making it by to like tripling my income.
Yeah.
And so that provided a way for me to keep, we had my daughter. So my son's 7, my daughter's 3. When we had my daughter, I basically like I had no means of like providing, providing for my wife to stay at home.
Yeah.
But I was just like, we did the daycare thing, and I was like, I hated dropping my kid off. I hated
the worst.
I hated saying bye. I hated picking him up and him just being like, I'm, all day he hadn't seen me. Not that there's anything, and that's a big thing. Childcare cost. I'm up on childcare cost. But for me personally, like my convictions were I wanted just my kids at home.
Yeah.
So I told my wife, after my baby, I was like, after our daughter was born, I said, just stay home. Like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And she did. She had a great job. She loved. A little bit about her, she's been in education for 10 years, and worked at Cave Spring Elementary. So was in the community there for 2 or 3 years, and then went to Model Middle. And so she had her dream job at Model Middle, and walked away from it to be a stay-at-home mom and to
there's no
love your kids. So
I'll kick this at heel. Anybody can fight me if they want to. There's no greater calling on a woman than to be a wife and mother. 100%. That's the best thing ever.
I think that's what we struggled with, and that's definitely what she struggled with, because like we had our son, and I think he was like 4 at the time.
Yeah.
And we made it work, and it truly takes a village.
Yeah.
Grant, Pop, and Papa Tim picking him up from daycare. It's it takes a village, and but yeah, she just struggled with wanting to be at home with her kids, and I didn't have the means. I was like, and we just kind of went out on faith, and I said, stay at home. And dude, like within like 6 months after that, of course, I was kind of delayed. A lot of my colleagues at that, so I worked at this company for 9 years, and a lot of my colleagues that I'd worked with had all went on to bigger and better things, right. And I'm still there, like just workhorse,
just grinding,
grind, paper report slinger, churning it out. And I'd never even been on any type of LinkedIn or Indeed or any of that. And I think I got on LinkedIn. Maybe it was LinkedIn. I can't remember. It was one of them. I like put my resume in at one place, and they called and scooped me up. Like it was wild. Like within 6 months, I like doubled my income just from her walking away. So I attribute that to God opening doors, man.
Right. It had to be. Yeah.
And he just opened doors for us, for the situation we were in. And not to say that doesn't happen for everybody, but it just is what it is, man.
Well,
and
it's a hard thing to do, to walk about. My wife made more money than I did.
Yeah.
And she walked away from her job to stay home, and she works some now, but not.
Yeah.
She's not full time.
Look, man, I feel like I've been sacrificing my entire life.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny because like with everything, with life, it's all about experiences, and those experiences, there's going to be sacrifice. Like there's going to be give and take, and you got to be able to bend and roll with the punches. And I mean, even if I wouldn't have got, another job, we'd still be homeschooling. We'd just be a lot broker.
Yeah. Well, it's just everybody thinks because you homeschool, you must be rich, or because your wife stays at home, you must be rich.
No, that's not it at all.
It's about eating a lot of beans.
Yeah.
And not going on 4 vacations a year, and not having a boat, and not having a second house.
Bro, so, this is a big, I'll just go ahead and get this one out of the way because they can attack me for this. So my dad drives, he's a foundation guy, contractor. He's owned his own business for as far as I can remember. He drives a Dodge work truck, 2500 HD. He drives, or not HD, but 2500 diesel, or maybe it's a gas, or I can't remember. But he drives that truck, and my son, that's his number one. Like he is. He's a carbon copy of my dad. And I mean,
that's awesome.
If he's gonna follow after anybody, if he ain't gonna follow after me, I'm glad he's following after Tim Brown. But he literally walks around with a pen in his pocket like he's about to quote a job. He's like literally he's got a high vis Carhartt t-shirt on.
I love it.
Tucked in blue jeans with a belt.
Yeah.
Work boots and a pen. Like he's about to quote a job.
He's
and
tiny
I'm like,
Tim Brown.
And he's like, you don't have a truck. So I'm not going to live that one down. So I don't have a truck. That's been the one thing that's literally escaped me for my entire life. I don't
know if I can vote for a guy.
I know, right? I had a Chevy S10 stick shift when I was in high school. So I was driving stick, straight 16. Imagine that, 16.
Oh man,
sitting on, sitting on Clock Tower Hill with a stick shift.
Yeah.
I have a grocery getter, and my wife still has the car she has when I met her. So we're not rich. We have a Ford 2013 Edge that literally
do it.
Taking it to the repair shop every 6 months.
Yeah,
man, you're not rich. You just got to make things happen. And, I think that'll relate to a lot of people. A lot of people are in the same situation.
So Beau Brown gets elected. People are going to start throwing money at you. How are we going to handle that?
Yeah, no, the good thing I'll handle it as it comes. I don't, it's kind of like far-fetched to me because, like I said, it's like, what are the odds of me?
Still an abstract
concept. Yeah, it's so abstract, dude. It's like, I'm running for Congress, and this is just something I'm going to look back on and be proud of, that I, like, threw my name in the hat. But if I get it, dude, like, here's the thing, man. I'm a quick learner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fast, with whatever's thrown in my lap, I pick up and I figure it out. So the money thing, like, obviously, there's a salary that comes with it. Obviously, I'd be resigning from my company that I love. Like, bar this happening, I'm going to be there forever. But this would be a full-time position. You can't work part-time for the American people. So I'd be resigning, and I think the salary is like $174,000, but
that's not the money I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know that's not the money you're talking about. I mean, that's the money I'm only concerned with. Is like, can I pay my bills, and can I take care of my family, and can I get to DC back or whatever? I don't. Dude, I'm a hard worker. I don't believe like all this stuff about congressmen going home, skipping out on this and that. Like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Like, do the job. Mm-hmm. So when the money gets thrown around, that's a good thing. Like, I have a lot of people that I trust that I can call on that are mentors. Yeah. That, whatever legal stuff you got to do. But like, when it comes to like being money being thrown at me to be bought, whatever you're trying to insinuate, like, that's not even in my purview. I don't even think about it. But, like I said, I'm there to get the money, either prioritize it for Americans, or get, they already have a plan in place to lower, the budget. That's $7 trillion now every year. Yeah. And so over the next 10 years, they're supposed to balance the budget.
I don't believe them.
No, they're not. That's why, if we're going to elect somebody, I'm going to be up there, working my tail off, taking up the issues that I think. Here's what Marjorie Taylor did good for the district. She did bring money back to the district. Mm-hmm. So she's like the least that has gotten anything done when it comes to like passing bills. Yeah, she's been like the lowest, but like for her time there,
not going to work with.
Yeah, I mean, she got kicked off the committee. She wasn't even on the committee, so like she immediately got kicked out of a committee. So I don't know, but co-sponsoring, she was like one of the least co-sponsored persons in Congress, but she was able to bring money back to the district, and I think that's something that will be a focus of mine. There's still a lot of things in our district that need money from the federal government, that being infrastructure, that being agricultural needs for our farmers, the poultry farmers and the poultry and the peanut farmers in the district, and then also our veterans, man. Like, open up, being a proponent of the mental care and the private access. My father-in-law is a Vietnam veteran, and he actually gave me this pen earlier today. I called him up. I was like, I know you got a pen. Yeah. And he's like, let me look around. He's like, he brought it over, dude. It was special, I was like, I got to have a pen. He was the one to bring it. And so completely honored to have this on my chest right now. But so veterans is a big thing, like taking care of our veterans. There's 45,000 or so veterans in the district. Wow. There's about 11,000 just in Rome.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So, I'm a big proponent of veteran care, veteran benefits. You know, if we're going to cut spending, we can find somewhere else to cut it.
Yeah.
And I think every American will agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to take care of those people.
So, yeah. She did bring money back though. She brought money back to, you know, for her constituent services. I mean, she got, as a Highway 27 near Haralson County repaved.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's big things like that we need. I mean, we got 70-year-old bridges in Rome, Georgia.
Yeah.
So I know they're slated to be fixed, but, you know, I mentioned underground power like being a big thing because it's safer. It doesn't go out. You know, I think if we, you know, underground power in this district, you know, even in the more rural areas, obviously we focus on where people live, you know, the bigger population areas that don't have it. I mean, you know, Rome should have underground power at this point. Come on.
You should.
Like,
we get hit by tornadoes twice a year.
Yeah, well, there's just something sweet about not seeing power lines everywhere. You know, it's nice. I mean, you get to closer to Atlanta, it's just, it seems cleaner. It's nicer. But
I was in the Cohutta Wilderness yesterday in Murray County, and I'm coming down Old Highway 2, and there's a power pole. This is a dirt road. I'm way out in the woods. There's a power pole, and I look, and there's a line going in both directions as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think infrastructure, securing funds for, like I said, the American taxpayer, if they're going to have to give money to the federal government, then they need to see tangible benefits at home. And those tangible benefits can, you know, there's a lot of things we can target, you know, and I don't know everything. So whoever listens to this podcast, like you have a concern, you can, you know, send me a message.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this needs to be taken care of or that, you know, like, potholes in Rome are pretty bad, you know.
Right.
Dean Avenue was like the worst. They finally repaved it, but it was like the worst road.
It was terrible.
It literally has an elementary school on it. It's one of the main thoroughfares leaving Rome to Rockmart.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing. You know, it's the first thing you hit when you come into Rome from Rockmart. It's like,
and you just drive straight into a pothole.
Yeah, they fixed it though. So, but I'm saying, but that road was controlled by GDOT. And so, I mean, look, dude, you know, I think there is going to be some like persuasion. There's going to be some power there that I can, you know, get a hold of Georgia, sorry, GDOT.
GDOT.
GDOT. You know, there's going to be some stuff there where I can have a voice.
Yeah.
And take care of stuff. You know, I mean, not to, you know, just like Trump. I mean, Trump doesn't play around. I mean, he picks up the phone, he calls somebody. Yeah. You know, if something needs to get done and it gets to his ear, he gets it done. Yeah. And I mean, you know, in the same sense, like that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be answering, you know, if there's a problem, I'm going to be putting the fire out. Right. You know, I've been putting fires out forever, you know, in my daily life. Yeah. So like actual everybody fires. Here, you know, you put the fires out. Yeah. I mean, oh, well, there's a pun. There you go. Yeah. Sprinkler protection, you know, we put the fires out, but, yeah, man, no, I think the infrastructure spending, you know, garnering more money for this district, you know, you learn about it in growing up in civics class. Oh, it's pork belly spending, you know. Yeah. I don't think that's, you know, that's gone away because Americans want tangible benefits from paying taxes. Right. Number one, like if your roads got holes in it, if the lights are, you know, if it's not LED, you know, it's like 40-year-old lights, like that's the one thing that American can get up, you know, can tangibly see. Yeah. You're driving down the road or you're in an area, like those are things that make life better. Yeah. You know, utility, the big thing is Georgia Power raising rates. You know, we got to find a way to not have that happen. But the power bill is a big thing for people.
It is. And we've all got to pay it.
Yeah. I will speak on this. You know, I've been asked about data centers. It's a big proponent of national security. Mm-hmm. You know, Trump is a big proponent of it, but you know, they're going to be coming. I mean, we got to have them for infrastructure. And so I think when it comes to power, there's proponents of them building, actual power plants at the site.
Well, see, I know the guy that owns the building that used to be the power plant at Celanese. Okay. And so I had that thought at once, and I don't know. I don't know what it takes to run a data center. Yeah. But I was like, if this old denim mill had its own power plant, and I know the one out was it Galen Lord or whatever it was forever, and the Lindale mill, all these old mills that we saw that were built in the early
Yeah.
1900s, they all had their own power plant on site. Like, why
Yeah.
can't these guys do that? With
Yeah,
these data centers?
it's supposed to like upgrade the grid.
Yeah.
I mean, for the future, we're going to have to get there, and it does create jobs. I mean, there's going to be jobs created from it, but the big con is the power that it takes,
Right.
And just the environmental cost that we'll see. So, I'm still learning about the issue, but I'm willing to hear and willing to learn and whatever about data centers.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe AI will figure it out, but
I mean, it's refreshing though to sit and listen to a candidate say, "I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but if you got an issue, let me know. You got a question, I'll do the best I can." As opposed to just pretending to know everything.
Yeah.
And then not apologizing when you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to bringing money back, I think one of the biggest things that I want to target that, I got to think this Jeff guy on my Facebook, he brought it up to me about the waterways, dude. I did not know that this whole district, the waterways, like from the civil engineer report, grade out at so our drinking water grades out at a C minus.
Oh, it's bad.
Sorry, a C plus.
Yeah.
The sewer, the wastewater management grades out at a C minus. So we're not even in good report card
I
letters.
don't drink tap water here ever.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, it's bottled water or cave spring water or a filtered water. So I think with it being, the Coosa, is it the Coosa River Basin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Oostanala, the Etowah, and the Coosawhattie. Those are three big rivers that, fuel industry, fuel recreation, fuel, just, groundwater.
Right.
We need to. I'm a proponent. I guess you can call me an environmentalist to some extent. Like, I think
you have to be
with this area.
level.
Yeah, I mean, dude, with this area, the three, 7 hills and 3 rivers.
Yeah,
water's a big draw for this area. I mean, you go downtown, you're right there at the river,
at the confluence. Yeah,
you got somebody. This summertime kayaking.
Yeah,
I mean, you want to be in a clean river, and we want clean drinking water. So I think focusing on bringing back some money for that. And really, putting funds towards something like that would be a good thing for the area.
Yeah, no, it's a big. I've always thought our rivers,
because that's going to benefit everybody, not just some company or this.
I've always thought our rivers were underutilized in terms of tourism and
100%.
all sorts of things.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know Charles Creighton, but I know of him, and apparently there's this initiative to get a riverboat.
The casino.
Yes, dude.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, casino. I mean, who knows? But the riverboat thing,
the riverboat thing, the idea of a riverboat is cool.
That is cool. It's Americana. You put a riverboat on Etowah. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah,
we'll see. I don't know if
gambling on the
they'll ever permit his casino, but I think the idea of the riverboat is. I'd go out on a cruise. That'd be cool.
Yeah, a local cruise.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be great. I mean, if you could. I don't know what he's something about traversing here up to. I don't know how far north it'll go, but
you can go. It depends on how the water is.
They probably have to dredge, and get some, build some pathways.
I'm sure because we've got this
huge investment,
Indian land, and I know like there's a boat ramp not far from my house, or we will put in the water and float downtown to the confluence of the 3 rivers, and we'll cross over at least 2 down the Etowah of what's called a weir, which are the V's that the Indians built in the rocks to wade out in the water and catch fish.
Yeah.
So that and the Etowah is about 3 feet deep in most places. So you can't go super far that way. With the Coosa, used to run all the way. They used to run those boats up and down the Coosa River to Alabama and back through the Lock and Dam and all those things. And we just kind of let the river fall to the wayside, and you can put a kayak in there if you want to, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's a good use of funds.
Yeah. Yeah. I dig it. I'm here for the water.
Water is essential to life.
Mm-hmm. But it's just, I don't know. It's cool to, because I got to talk to, I keep bringing Marjorie up, but she's kind of the I don't know, the standard, I guess, at this point, because she's the most recent candidate.
She's who somebody's replacing. So.
Yeah. But she had to learn these things. She didn't know these things.
Yeah.
That, what a big deal the water was and what people needed in Tunnel Hill and Ringgold and all these places, but you're already here, so you don't have to catch up on that end of things.
Right, yeah.
to learn, what's going on here first. Like, well, you already know. It's not like you have to get up to speed on that and then start making decisions about what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, like, to think that, I know maybe she lived in Rome. I think she did.
She's got a house here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, to have, like, a congressman from this area that actually grew up here,
yeah,
and lived here.
It's
so
not a slight.
I think here's the thing is, like, I would be the first millennial candidate from this area that gets elected. So
yeah,
I think it's a good thing for bridging the gap between the old and the future.
Yeah, I say old. How old is Marjorie?
She's 52.
Okay, she's a little older than me then.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not old yet.
She's in great shape.
Yeah, no, CrossFit or whatever. God bless her. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I don't know. When I asked you about money and you were kind of like, well, it just doesn't matter. And that's kind of refreshing too. So it's not like.
I mean, don't get me wrong, money matters.
Money matters. It does. But like somebody's going to say, hey, here's $10 million to vote for this thing that I want.
Yeah.
It's tough to say no to. $10 million changed your life, Beau. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, $10 million. Yeah, I just sell out the people that I know, dude. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, no. Like I said, man, I want to bring back sensibility, integrity.
Yeah.
To the position and yeah, man. I think here's the thing: you're going to put somebody in the position that's going to be, basically a voice for 755,000 people that live in the district. So that's a huge honor. Number one, like this will be an honor of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like if I somehow gain traction, pull this off, this would be. I always say this. Like my best friend Matt, he served in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've always had admiration for people that served.
Yeah.
Many of my friends have served. I have family members that have served, in Afghanistan, and I've always wanted to be like do what they did. And it just never played out for me. But this is a way for me to serve. Yeah, and it truly hits. It's truly deep in my heart about like the magnitude of it and just the magnitude, the ability to just represent and bring somebody with a heart for this area. Yeah, and just and deep roots. It's just I can say I just really have admiration for the United States. I'm an America First candidate, and
that's 3 times you've said that now. America First. That's a little bit of a hot button right now. That phrase.
Yeah.
So you would consider yourself an America First candidate?
100%.
That's going on our website.
It's already on the website.
Bumper stickers and all right. So what does America First mean to you?
Yeah,
I think you've kind of gotten into it some.
Yeah, I've gotten into it sometimes. Like I said, reprioritization of government spending in Washington, or government cuts, tax cuts, or government spending. That if we're spending, it better be for American citizens first and foremost, before these other, offshoot things that get funded. Yeah. And like I said, it needs to be, for far too long, you're like, oh, the government. I can remember when I was like 18. It's like the debt's $18 trillion. It's 18. It's out of control. Yeah. You hear 18 trillion, and now it's $38 trillion.
I can't even wrap my brain around that number.
And nobody can, dude. Yeah. And we're at a deficit right now. Like even the funding for the year, $7.1 trillion. The GDP revenue is like at 5.2. So we're still short right now. Yeah. But so yeah, things got to be reprioritized when it comes to discretionary spending. Mm-hmm. There's mandatory spending like social benefits that, we have an aging population of boomers that are going to be on, that have worked their ass off. Excuse my French. They've worked their tails off, and they expect to get a check, a Social Security. They paid into it their entire lives. Right. That is that can't be touched. That's got to be taken care of. or be guaranteed for people that
right.
they're looking to retire, and that's their retirement plan.
Yeah.
They don't have a financial advisor. I can say that. My mom is that person.
Yeah.
Like their retirement plan is pay off my house, get my check from the government, my Social Security check.
The check that I paid in,
that they were promised,
right.
I mean, we all live by this. We all see it in our stubs.
Yeah.
But, stuff like that. The mandatory spending is the mandatory spending. It's about 60% of the budget. Maybe there's, I haven't dove that deep into it, but maybe there's ways that we can cut things back on that. A big part of it would be getting illegals off of government spending, getting illegals off benefits that could be, what could we give the American taxpayer or the American citizen
right.
more of and do a better job of if we weren't carrying, I'm not going to say dead weight, but like people that aren't citizens.
Yeah. People that aren't contributing.
Yeah. Whether, they may be, they're buying grocery stuff, but they're not contributing, they're not getting taxed
right.
and they're repatriating money back home.
Yeah.
And that money goes home untaxed. So, when it comes to the mandatory spending, there's got to be ways we can figure something out. But the discretionary spending is kind of where most people target cutting.
Yeah.
And then the rest is the interest on the debt. So you're talking about a little over $1 trillion, like 1.2 trillion that we paid this year.
That's crazy.
On the debt.
Yeah, so, it's like a drop. When $1 trillion is a drop in the bucket, we're in trouble.
Yeah, dude, I'm not a finance major, but I'm smart enough to know it's probably not sustainable.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna still be, that's the main thing. America first, like Americana, man, like the American dream. It has, in my opinion, like it's been fading. The American dream's fading, and I'm talking about for everybody. Like, it's the cost of living is going up for everybody. Every time you turn around, there's a bill increase on a utility or a restaurant putting out a new menu.
Yeah.
Those things, obviously free market. I'm a free market capitalist.
Sure.
And stuff's gonna take care of itself. But when it comes to America first, like every sense of the word, dude, that's what I'm about. I'm about veterans. I'm about people that serve this country.
Yeah.
I'm about first responders.
Yeah.
I'm about, rooting for your college football team. I'm about the sanctity and, the sanctity of our system that's been around for, 250 plus years.
Yeah.
I want to preserve that. Like, I don't think it's racist to preserve my country. I don't think it's, I don't think it's contentious. It is to some people, and I get that. But, I was raised on it, raised right. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Open the door for somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
My thing is like, there's a scripture in the Bible. I don't know the actual verse, but, if someone asks you to go a mile with them, go two.
Go two, yeah.
And that's where my heart is, and that's where my mindset is, and that's what I'll do for this district.
Yeah.
Northwest Georgia puts me in as the next congressman of Georgia 14. I'm going to go 2 miles.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get into like one more thing. Because I don't want to keep you here all night. We'll just do it again after you get elected.
I can't believe we went this long.
Everybody says that. I don't know how I'll talk for an hour. It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we talked a little bit beforehand about term limits. So you're gonna go up there and institute term limits or impose your own on yourself.
Yeah, no, you can't. I don't. Here's the thing, man. Like we can't have people serving for 30 years anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Like you can't have people, serving for 30 years. The thing is, like 2 years isn't long enough. Right. So there's got to be a happy medium where you can elect somebody. Because if you're going to do all this hard work, campaign, earn people's trust, 24 months is not long enough.
Well, under ideal circumstances, you campaign for a year. Yours is an exception because you got this short run, but
yeah, we're talking 120 days.
Right.
If this happens, dude, it will be a miracle.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's got to be some congressional foresight on like, hey, we can't keep doing. I don't know what they poll at. It's low. It's like it's really low, and it's like that is telling you right there, like something's got to change. Like,
Yeah.
or we're going to be, eventually it's going to be another J6 up there.
You don't want to be up there when you're 80, like on a walker going in to vote for some ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't need
bill.
to be revived just to vote.
Yeah.
No, I think, I think can be term limits, and I'm a proponent of term limits. But you got to have some time to get some work done. No one, flashing the pan doesn't accomplish much.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm a big proponent of term limits. Whether that can be done, dude, I have no idea. I mean, you're talking about a machine. Trump can't even stop the swamp. So.
Yeah. Well, you have to get people who don't want term limits to vote for term limits.
Right.
Like, that's tough.
Yeah, especially when they're all eat up with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just insight. Like, people call me. You can think I'm crazy, or you can think I'm, who is Beau Brown? Who does he think he is to even run for Congress? But, dude, I mean, like I said, it's just stepping out on a leap of faith and my own convictions. And, I was like, dude, what if I'm at the State of the Union? Like, the State of the Union address. I'm like talking to my buddy. I'm like, dude, what if you're texting me during the State of the Union? Like, that's what this could be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm that guy.
You
And
very
there's
well
a lot
could
of
be.
people that have my number. So, I mean, like,
I'm hitting you up.
Yeah. A lot of people have my ear. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think like I said, on my website, I said this. It's like, I have a heart to be a public servant for how the founders intended it.
Hmm.
And that's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, we'll jump off right there. We've been at it an hour and 36 and a half minutes now.
Yeah. Just one more time. Let me throw that plug in.
Do it.
So, visit my website's Beau Brown. That's BEAU Brown for Congress.com. There's a donate button on there if you want to, anything helps. Like I said, it's going to go to yard signs. That's the next phase is like, I mean, a lot of this is going to be coming out of my own pocket, but a lot of this is getting yard signs out and doing events and that's all I can do. So if you spread this, share this podcast.
Please share this podcast.
Like and share Danny Burnham podcast.
There you go.
And or Burnham podcast.
Burnham podcast, yeah.
And I'll do my best to market it as well. So
awesome.
And you know what? Put me to work. That's all I'm asking.
That's it. Give this guy a job. Thank you, Beau.
Another job.
We'll do it again after you get elected.
Hey, we'll do it.
God bless you guys. We love you. See you next time.
Thanks.